On nights when the lights of the city shimmer like scattered stars and the world of entertainment gathers beneath one glowing roof, something unusual always seems to happen whenever Jun-ho and Yoon-ah appear at the same event. It is never loud. It is never dramatic. Yet somehow every public appearance they make together turns into something bigger than the event itself. A mystery, a moment, a worldwide investigation. It begins quietly, perhaps at an award ceremony, where cameras flash like tiny bursts of lightning and the audience fills with actors, producers, and musicians dressed in elegance. The host announces winners, laughter echoes across the hall, and the crowd applauds with polite enthusiasm. But somewhere inside that glamorous atmosphere, fans watching around the world are not simply watching the ceremony. They are watching them. Ever since the unforgettable days of King the Land, where their characters created one of the most beloved romances in modern K-drama history, audiences have carried a simple but powerful question in their hearts. Was that chemistry only acting or something more? The drama ended, the sets were dismantled, and both stars moved on to new projects. Yet the fascination surrounding their connection never faded. Instead, it evolved into something almost legendary. Every appearance, every interview, every unexpected encounter. Fans began studying them like detectives following a mysterious trail. One evening during a glamorous film event, the story unfolded again. The hall glowed with golden light as celebrities arrived one by one, greeted by photographers calling their names. The red carpet stretched across the entrance like a river of velvet, and the atmosphere buzzed with excitement. First came Yoon-ah. She stepped onto the carpet with the grace fans had admired for years, her smile calm yet radiant as cameras erupted into flashes around her. Reporters asked questions, fans cheered from behind barriers, and she answered with the same elegance that had made her one of the most beloved stars in the industry. A few minutes later, another familiar figure appeared. Jun-ho walked onto the carpet with quiet confidence, greeting the press with a polite bow before pausing for photographs. His presence carried the charm audiences had adored ever since his unforgettable performance in King the Land. Individually, they were already captivating. But what fascinated fans most was what happened when the two appeared in the same place. Inside the venue, the ceremony began. Rows of celebrities filled the hall as presenters stepped onto the stage to announce awards. The audience applauded, cameras moved across the room, and viewers watching online began their usual ritual. They searched for them. Clips from the broadcast quickly appeared across social media. Fans zoomed into the footage, scanning the audience like investigators searching for clues. Did you see where they're sitting? Are they near each other? Wait, pause the video at that moment. The investigation had begun. At one point during the ceremony, the camera briefly swept across the audience, capturing dozens of stars seated in elegant rows. For most viewers, it was just another ordinary shot. But for the online detectives, it was everything. In the corner of the frame sat Yoon-ah, listening attentively as the presenter announced the next award. A few seats away, the camera also caught Jun-ho applauding with the rest of the audience. The clip lasted barely 2 seconds. Yet within minutes it spread across the internet like wildfire. Fans slowed the video. They zoomed in. They replayed the moment again and again. Some believed they saw a brief glance exchanged across the rows of seats. Others argued that it was simply a coincidence created by the angle of the camera. But that uncertainty only made the story more fascinating. Soon, entire threads appeared online where viewers analyzed the footage frame by frame. One fan wrote, "Look carefully at 014. It seems like he looks toward her." Another replied, "And she smiles right after." Was it real? Or just imagination? The truth remained impossible to confirm. Yet the mystery itself became the entertainment. Later that evening, a short clip appeared from another angle inside the venue. It showed celebrities standing to applaud a major award winner. In the middle of the applause, someone in the audience briefly captured both stars in the same frame. They were laughing, not speaking directly to each other, not making any obvious gesture, just laughing at the same moment. For fans who had followed their story since King the Land, that small coincidence felt strangely meaningful. Because sometimes the most powerful connections appear in quiet ways. A shared laugh, a glance across a crowded room, a moment that lasts only seconds but sparks hours of discussion. Within hours, reaction videos began appearing across YouTube. Comment sections filled with thousands of theories as viewers debated the significance of every tiny detail. Why do they always seem aware of each other? Maybe they're just good friends. But the chemistry still feels the same. The investigation continued. Yet what made the fascination so powerful was not simply the possibility of romance. It was the story itself, the idea that two actors who once portrayed an unforgettable love story on screen might still share a connection beyond the script. In reality, both stars have always handled the speculation with professionalism. Interviews remain respectful, answers remain careful, and neither has encouraged the rumors that swirl around them. Still, fans continue watching, not because of scandal, not because of controversy, but because the story feels unfinished. Every public appearance becomes another chapter. Every awards show becomes another clue. And every small moment becomes another reason for viewers around the world to look closer. That night, as the ceremony finally ended and celebrities began leaving the venue, the online investigation had already reached millions of viewers. Clips circulated across social media platforms, edited into slow-motion videos accompanied by dramatic music. Some fans laughed at the theories. Others embraced them completely. Yet everyone agreed on one thing. Whenever Jun-ho and Yoon-ah appear in the same place, something interesting always seems to happen. Not because they create drama, not because they reveal secrets, but because their shared history has created a story that audiences still feel connected to. The lights of the venue eventually faded as the last cars drove away into the quiet night. Inside the empty hall, the applause had already disappeared, leaving only silence behind. Yet somewhere on the internet, millions of viewers were still replaying those brief moments from the ceremony, looking for clues, searching for meaning, trying to answer a question that continues to follow the two stars wherever they go. Why does every appearance of Jun-ho and Yoon-ah feel like the beginning of another mystery? Perhaps the answer is simple. Some stories end when the final episode airs, but others continue quietly in real life, one glance, one laugh, and one public appearance at a time.